Congress party accuses BJP government of playing dirty politics and bringing plight to common men by hiking prices of fuel. BJP national spokesperson come Manipur party in charge Dr. Ibethoi in Imphal city. Speculations high on eligible candidate for BJP state president post. National Health Mission State Health Society Manipur aims to inoculate at least 20 lakh people against coronavirus by December this year. Advisor to Chief Minister, Health MLA Dr. S. Ranjan inspects site for construction of COVID-dedicated hospital in Thokchom district. Manipur reports 592 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 5,873 samples in last 24 hours. 6 new deaths pushed toll to 1,039. India logged 60,753 new cases and above 96,000 recoveries in last 24 hours. Recovery rate touches 96.16%. Legendary track and field sprinter, the Flying Sikh Padma Shri awardee Milkha Singh succumbed to COVID-19 at 91. And Education Minister Thokchom interim school Pagadansi mission Phase 1 a grand success, says Phase 2 will be rolled out in near future. Hello and welcome to Impact News. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. I'm Ibethoi Thokchom. To stay protected from coronavirus, wash your hands frequently, wear your mask properly and maintain a safe distance. Now the news in details. As Congress party members celebrate their leader Rahul Gandhi's 51st birthday today, they lambasted the BJP government for bringing plight to citizens by hiking prices of fuels. Manipur Pradesh Congress Committee MPCC, under the initiative of State Party President Govindas Thokchom, distributed food items to destitute families residing in far-flung areas of the state on the occasion of Rahul Gandhi's birthday today. Speaking on the sidelines of flagging off the team of Youth Congress and NSUI from Congress Bhavan BT Road to carry out distribution of relief items to COVID-affected people, Govindas Thokchom alleged that the BJP-led state government tried to protect the former Vice-Chancellor of Manipur University, AP Pandey, by organizing rally to suppress the agitation against him. He further accused the BJP government of spiking the prices of fuels in favor of the rich corporates by completely ignoring the common people. The MPCC president further alleged the BJP government of hiring party workers and other middlemen to spread false propaganda in favor of the BJP government and against the Congress party amid the tough times of coronavirus pandemic on various social media platforms. He also criticized the government of suppressing the rights to freedom of speech by detaining anyone who spoke against the government. Govindas Thokchom warned that the Congress party will continue to hesitate until and unless the government cuts the prices of fuels. Vice President Dr. K.H. Ratan Kumar and party leaders were present on the occasion.
Congress ki di prajana wain bigadoni prajana hanbi gadoni koina kayam oi de bangamge kayam oi bangamge habto aduna city praja na lepi gadoni aduna makum kum bakhara amana ngangje osidi koi ngangkhom thokun koi aduna yam hena react tong ngai le sidi ko ki maman henga koi sidi koi Congress party na koi praja da so haijare aw ga ma li wasi ato pato country sing ye no kanda koi de yam na hena praja ki wadan praja sidi so bi masi government na law decision position na dilaw ya decision bi ngangari basi praja ngaptani.
On the other hand, BJP Manipur Pradesh spokesperson M. Ashni Kumar has condemned the Congress party of criticizing the government by sidelining the government's relentless efforts to curb the prevailing coronavirus pandemic. He termed it unfortunate that the opposition party is asking whereabouts of the 702 crore rupees collected as tax from fools during the present government's 4 years tenure. M. Ashni Kumar reminded that the debt incurred by the Congress party during its 15 years of tenure amounted to 8,707 crore rupees.
Congress government as a pushal mapishasi 8,707 crore. Maski Shandu esi Sahimada Lupa Karo Changa Mari the Gitana Shandu Kata the Queen Puraga Lay Masi Polumasi Asai Karo Satret Taudagi Sahimari the Congress of the Kag having come Congress party in Palingi Matam the Pusalamba Dumba Shandu Ladugi Shandu Ese Say any people that Konade Hail the infrastructure what Pagi status the Mayung River say Tashing Hargadi Congress party na Sahitra Manga Palama Matamda Tofam Topa Hail infrastructure create or the Badun Marmarasi Amukan Kudung Chada Mayung Hanbani.
Members of left parties of Manipur and Wangkai Local Council CPI stage protest meet against the spike in fuel price at Wangkai Ningthem Pukri Mapal today. Protesters held various placards. Left Coordination Committee Manipur has also condemned the centre for spiking the prices of petrol and diesel. CPI Thokchom local council members also carried out protests at Khamung today, extending solidarity to left party's fortnight's tire against fuel price hike. Protesters chanted various slogans. BJP national spokesperson cum Manipur party in charge Dr. Sambit Patra arrived in Manipur today. He reached Imphal Bir Kendrojit International Airport at around 8 a.m. Leaders of BJP Manipur Pradesh accorded a warm welcome to Dr. Sambit Patra, who is on a 3-day state visit. Main reason for his visit remains unknown, but it is assumed that it may be related to party organization. It may be mentioned that BJP Manipur President post is still vacant following the demise of ex-president of BJP Manipur Pradesh S. Tikendra, who had succumbed to COVID-19. Sources said BJP state president post will not be given to any elected member of BJP. It is highly speculated that BJP state vice president Aribam Sarda, State Vice President S. Premananda Sharma, BJP Manipur Pradesh State Spokesperson M. Ashni Kumar, Rajya Sabha MP Leshemba Sanajhawa or Lok Sabha MP R.K. Ranjan might be considered for the post. MLA Thokchom Joykisan has demanded consent from Thangmaiban residents before starting the construction of the proposed ring road under the funding of Asian Development Bank. Members of JAC against the construction of ring road in Thangmaiban held a meeting with the MLA at Ima Panthoibi Community Hall in Thangmaiban, Sinam Lekai today. Joykisan asked how the authorities concerned will construct the ring road without the consent of Thangmaiban residents amid the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic.
Honorable Works Minister Su Mayam Kanaraga, Apawari Towing Highway Nedu, Kamai Towing is Nikun Kanis, Tamaban Mute Amoina, Nasi Tamaban Prazamayam among the Kanis, Tamaban Prazamayanga Yanaraga, Yamna Pazana Toba, Pivo Mamada Akogi Prazagi, interest Kaktaba, Oregati, Akolambi Sedum, Tawangani, Tamaban interest you Wang Mada, or about Prazamayanga interest you Wang Mutter over the Matusin. Asian Development Bank is a Kochi Igani, Masi Namfu Sapura, Tonabo Ponare, Prazamayang interest of Tobani and Upper Igani, very legal process like a Masi. When I will come say, Monpulang out the warning to Tobusung, I could not Japana Lepokumatanda, PW Department, Ikai, open the Nangani, Masi Ikai, that's open and Yam Pazana Kalaga, Hungomjahando, Sungani.
Only around 5 lakh people out of the total 20 lakh aged above 18 years have been vaccinated against COVID-19 in the state so far. National Health Mission State Health Society Manipur aims to administer COVID-19 vaccine to the remaining around 15 lakh by December this year, with which around 70% of the state's total beneficiaries will be inoculated against coronavirus. Mission Director of National Health Mission State Health Society, Dr. N. Shamjai, disclosed the same at the media sensitization program on COVID-19 vaccination held at the mini conference hall of Indian Medical Association Manipur State branch in Lamphilpat today. Editor of Sangai Express Manipuri edition, President of Editors Guild Manipur Khogendra Khondram, and Impact News Editor-in-Chief Yumnam Rupachandra attended the program. Upon being pointed out by the Impact News that most of the vaccinated people have received only the first dose of the vaccine and the target of reaching 70% inoculation by December will be a distant dream at the present slow pace of vaccination. Mission Director Dr. N. Shamjai responded that vaccination rate was high in the month of May. However, due to some unwanted incidents, the rate dipped sharply in June. He appealed to people in the state to visit COVID vaccination sites open in every district of the state. Dr. N. Shamjai assured that getting vaccinated against coronavirus is the only way to beat the virus.
अखोई हुजी एलिजिबल लोइबा कोई वैक्सीन कापे याबसी सेई 53 गी मथक्सी लाख कुलगुमनी सिगी मनुंगसिदा अखोई हुजी फाउदा 5 लाख मयादा काखरे लेमहुरिबा मयामसी अथु मतमदा वैक्सीन कापनी अदुगी मति थुना कापगा अदुगी मति अखोइदा फवे हेली कोविड 19 गी लाइना सिदी वैक्सीन जि नतना कोई कनबा याबा हिदाकसु लेते मरम मदुना कोई मणिपुरदा लेबा प्रजा सिंगसिना करीमते चिंगनबा लेतना अथु मतमदा थोपिरक्तुना कोई कोविड 19 की वैक्सीन अच्छी यामना थुना कापियु वाइना इना अपील तौजगे वैक्सीन सिदी कोई गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया ना वालिंगे पीने ना कमिट तौनिना वैक्सीन की अवार्ड पदी आई लेगिने दि थाजदे कोई लामा कापसग्रमिना 15 लाख लेमौरी अदु लोइना मंगमदरसु एले 70% भाव कापगदी हार्ट इम्यूनिटी लेयना मयामना ताकपी अदुना हाइरिबसी कोई दिसंबर 31 फाउनुंगदा लोइना कामनबो पांदम थमजबनी मसी हौगिबा मे थादा कोई नोंगदा मी लिसिंग 33 भाव काप यावखरे मदुगी पांदमदु थमगदी कोई थामरी मंगा सिदा फंगने खलमने अदु लाइबक थिबा थौतो खरदगी अखोई वैक्सीन कापसे खितंग हल्ले मरम अदुना प्रजासिंगना थोपिरक्तना हारिबो मतम जिबाव मनुंगदा अखोई कोविड वैक्सीन की डिस्ट्रिक्ट खुदिमक्ता कोई कोविड वैक्सीनेशन सेंटर हांगतोक्तुना लेरे हारिबा हांगतोइबा मफम सिंगसिदा लेंबिरागा अथुबो मतमदा कोविड की वैक्सीन की कानबसे लौबियोना अपील तौजगे
Editors who attended the media sensitization program on COVID-19 vaccination have pointed out the existing gap between the relevant departments and media persons in battling COVID-19 pandemic right from the first outbreak of coronavirus pandemic till the prevailing second wave. Nevertheless, they also thank the relevant authorities for organizing today's media sensitization program. Editors also raised concern that officials of the relevant department are reluctant to share crucial details to media on issues like lack of proper infrastructure, adequate manpower, or certain loopholes in containing the pandemic in the state owing to fear of the higher authorities. They also stress on the need for the relevant authorities to raise awareness to clear away the myths revolving around COVID-19 vaccine to increase the vaccination rate, which is currently in a sorry state in Manipur.
Concern over the Health Department, National Health Mission, Karigabasubam Mayamsina, Akoi Mayam, the Pausi, Yoholata Hagadra, Yohon Bagi Kudum Savas, Gamangi, Makaidegi, Silak the Venera, Kunda, the Pau Mayamadi, the Yoti. By Hydopayadava, Mayama Badia, Havago, Akoi the Khan Biava, Quina Zoom, Akoi the Hale, Hanalu, Igada, the Teohina Mayam, the Khan Biava, Havama, Akoi the Lake. Health official country any government can visit the Nana Wang get or ising the Paliga and Highway the Wang and the film say machine later dinner day.
Vaccination in Matanda, hesitancy in the man Hydriba, Pai Hyper Port to convince with the Banina, Karigidamata Kaptoino, Havi Wakalon Toriba, Sima the Karinoda, Mana Pangiba information to the dependent way begin. As an information Z, Karai Hopa, Chumnamasung Stimlina, PBC. Important recognition is underscore the web. Laiba answers the people, Prajamiam, the proper information channel of Kutan, the P. Bangam Dragadi, a pandemic thing of the Wagadoribani. wasu wari bane sigumba awareness program discussion program ki khutangda misconception mayam ji lokthokpagi mahutta military solution policing solution lomda kanagumbai chamna information du phajana digest tawdana social media gumda ahugi chaithorpa singji phaba pundorom doina chathabadona energy je domda haidokodum tawi.
A team led by advisor to Chief Minister Health Thokchom MLA Dr. S. Ranjan inspected site for the construction of a 100-bedded COVID-dedicated hospital in Thokchom district today. The COVID hospital will be constructed near the Thokchom Community Health Center, which is being upgraded into a district hospital. Thokchom MLA M. Rameshwar, Additional Chief Secretary Health V. Vumlunmang and other relevant officials took part in the inspection visit. Later, a review meeting attended by Thokchom DC, CMO and SP was held to discuss on current COVID situation, vaccination and inadequate infrastructure of the district. Speaking to media, Dr. S. Ranjan assured of filling the inadequacies of Thokchom Community Health Center at the earliest.
Second wave की कोविड सिचुएशन से तब कटिंग डिस्ट्रिक्ट की वजह लगी बड़े कोई टेस्ट क्या मुक्त हो गया पॉजिटिव क्या मुक्त लाई टेस्टिंग क्या मुक्त हुई तो खाली मरो है ना वैक्सीनेशन प्रोसेस क्या मुक्त कमाई ने तब तरीके तो हॉस्पिटल की करी प्रॉब्लम लगी बस पाद भी कोई हटाते भी जिंदगी लाखनी
वैक्सीन की अंदर से है ना कि कोविड-19 की मतंग से यामना पॉजिटिव से कोई थर्ड फोर्थ पोजीशन तक ले पसीदा कोई मसीगी दरकार हो जे ऑनरेबल सीएम ना मसी खंगिरपा मसी वैक्सीन डिस्ट्रिक्ट की प्रधानी में हम जी खलगा में सराउंडिंग द लेबा कंस्टिट्यूएंसी में हम जी की वैक्सीन जी हब अमा साउथ मणिपुर की हब ओइबनिना मफम जे 100 बेडेड की कोविड हॉस्पिटल अमा सेम्बी गनी है ना तब पसी कसिंग केंद्र की प्रधानी की कसिंग डिस्ट्रिक्ट प्रधानी की न्यूज़ लगाई ना थागा फोनोक सरी.
Meanwhile, Sena Athletes Organization and Sena Youth Trust have appealed to the government to provide adequate infrastructure of a community health center for Thokchom Community Health Center. Manipur reported 592 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 5,873 samples tested in the last 24 hours. As per State Health Department and COVID-19 Command Control Room press release at 5 p.m. today, total confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Manipur have reached 63,538, out of which 9,538 are active cases. 6 COVID patients died in the past 24 hours, raising the death toll to 1,039. Manipur's positivity rate stands at 10.08%. On the positive note, 294 recoveries were reported in the last 24 hours, raising the total recovered cases to 52,961. Manipur's recovery rate stands at 83.35%. All necessary medical precautionary measures like containment and contact tracing are in place. COVID-19 positive cases are gradually declining in Jiribam district. As per Jiribam Chief Medical Officer, there are only 80 active cases in the district. 83 patients are in home isolation and 5 are undergoing treatment at district hospital isolation ward. Screening of incoming truck drivers and handymen continues at the COVID-19 testing booth opened at Foreigners Checkpost in Jiribam's Babupara. Self-acclaimed chairman of International Youth Committee, Thokchom Karnajit, who has been sent to judicial custody by Chief Judicial Magistrate Imphal East Court, has tested positive for COVID-19. His sample were detected positive for COVID-19 during a routine test conducted before sending him to jail. Karnajit is reportedly undergoing treatment at Jennings COVID ward. He is wanted in 4 different cases, including a criminal case registered with the Chief Judicial Magistrate Court Imphal East in 2016. His arrest came following a complaint from a Nepalese student who accused him of cheating and duping him into donating money to the International Youth Committee. Commercial break. After the break, we bring you updates on coronavirus cases in India and the world. Keep watching Impact News.
watching Impact TV. Engaging, empowering, and impacting lives.
Welcome back after the break. You're watching Primetime English Bulletin. India has reported more recoveries than confirmed cases of COVID-19 in the past 24 hours. As per the Union Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, India logged 60,753 new COVID-19 confirmed cases and 97,743 recoveries in the past 24 hours. Country's COVID-19 tally stands at 2,98,23,546, out of which 7,60,019 are active cases. Total recovered cases in the country have reached 2,86,78,390. India's recovery rate stands at 96.16%, while death toll has reached 3,85,137 with the addition of 1,647 new COVID-19 fatalities. Over 27 crore 23 lakh people have been vaccinated against COVID-19 in India so far. Globally, coronavirus has infected above 17 crore 86 lakh 73,000 people, above 38 lakh 68,600 people have died, and recoveries are above 16 crore 31 lakh 97,000. USA has the highest active cases of above 51 lakh in the world. Legendary track and field sprinter, popularly known as the Flying Sikh, Padma Shri awardee Milkha Singh succumbed to COVID-19 complications Friday night after a month-long battle with the virus. He was 91. 5 days ago, Milkha's wife Nirmal Kaur, a former India volleyball captain, had lost her battle with the virus at the same Mohali hospital where the legendary runner breathed his last. Milkha Singh is survived by one son and 3 daughters. The Flying Sikh tested positive for the virus on May 20 and was admitted to a private hospital in Mohali on May 24. He was discharged on May 30 before he was admitted to the COVID ward at the Nehru Hospital Extension at PGIMER on June 3 due to dipping oxygen levels. The former Indian athlete tested negative on Thursday earlier this week and was shifted to medical ICU. Milkha Singh won 4 Asian gold medals and finished 4th in the 400-meter final at the 1960 Rome Olympics. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, Home Minister Amit Shah, Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports Kiran Rijiju, and other pay tributes to the athlete, who has been described as independent India's first sporting superstar. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the centre is committed to provide free of cost COVID-19 vaccine to everyone. He said vaccination coverage will be expanded from the June 21 onwards. Talking about the changing nature of the coronavirus and the country's resilience to deal with this infectious disease, Prime Minister Modi has said that COVID-19 pandemic has helped in developing a robust medical infrastructure in the country. He said this pandemic has helped the government, science, society, institutions and individuals to expand their capabilities. Modi stressed on creating medical infrastructure in the country to deal with the growing challenge of mutant coronavirus. He said new AIIMS medical colleges and nursing colleges have been set up in the last few years. He added that millions of youths are required to expand the medical infrastructure in the country, that the customized crash course program for COVID-19 frontline workers aim to skill and upskill over 1 lakh COVID warriors across the country, and the training will be completed in 2 to 3 months. Ministry of Home Affairs has asked the state and union territories not to lower their guard despite relaxations in the restrictions imposed due to the second wave of COVID-19 pandemic. It has advised them to follow the 5-fold strategy of COVID-19 appropriate behavior, test, track, treat and vaccination. Union Home Secretary Ajay Bhalla has written to the Chief Secretaries of States that a decision to impose or erase the restrictions has to be taken based on the assessment of the situation at ground level. He asked to ensure that the whole process is carefully calibrated. He also asked to ensure adequate testing due to the dynamic situation of coronavirus. Ajay Bhala has advised states and union territories to keep a close watch on early signs of a surge in active cases or high positivity rates. He suggested maintaining a system so that rise in cases can be contained at micro level through local containment measures. Terming the vaccination a critical element to break the chain of transmission of coronavirus, the Union Home Secretary has asked all the states and union territories to step up the pace of vaccination to cover the maximum number of people. Manipur Handloom and Handicrafts Development Corporation Limited has provided yarns at subsidized rate to cover affected weavers of Wangoi Assembly constituency today. 82 weavers of Oinam Sawombo Muslim, Wangoi Muslim, Paubitek Muslim, Laifrakpam, Wangoi Wahengbam Laikai, Wangoi Longtam Laikai and Iroma Israel got the benefit taken under the initiative of the corporation chairman Sagolsem Achoba. While MS Nyang Handloom Industry has thanked Chief Minister Thokchom led government for all its initiative taken for the welfare of local weavers and especially for procuring the finished products of the handloom firm.
Mapanda lang machenam ta apai jaga sida phangre adu busum ba chiraba tanja sida mapanda lai ukanda piriba mamandu dagi apai gi corporation asina pijari ba ata ba mamal da piriba kg da chahu ga marfu da piriba sumal lang se pira kanda sai sana yon thoktana yum da phajana lengra lai bira kanda phajana sapira kanda asum da ba setok lambida khajitang apai war ba matam da setok lambida khajitang wasu mateng angdra ya da
State platform of Disabled People's Organization, Manipur has appealed to authorities concerned to repeal the order issued by Educationist Department permitting government-aided and private schools in the state to collect 50% tuition fees and to pay 70% salary to teachers. President of SPDPO Manipur, MD Yunus Khan, has condemned the order as unfair. Education Minister Surukhai Rajan has claimed that the first phase of Chief Minister Thokchom's School for Gadansi mission is a grand success. He announced the names of 60 schools, one each in all the 60 Assembly constituency, which will be renovated and revamped during the mission's second phase under Manipur Educationist Department. Minister Rajan said implementation of second phase includes development of infrastructure, civil works like repairing and renovation of classrooms, construction of toilet blocks and additional classrooms, provision of dual desks and benches and arrangement of posting of teachers. Announcing the names of the schools at the conference hall at the Old Secretariat, South Block in Imphal today, Minister S. Rajan lamented that many sectors are being affected due to COVID-19 pandemic. He said pace of development of government schools could have been faster if there was no pandemic. He claimed that major improvement of government schools have been witnessed in recent years and percentage of enrollment to government schools has increased unexpectedly and expressed hope at this train. Number of dropout students of the state will be reduced to the most. Education Commissioner M. Hare Krishna, Deputy Secretary Education S. T. Fulen Maithai and Additional Director School Valley K.H. Biseshwar were present in the press meet.
Ngasi BJP government iri Thokchom birena lead tawba government sina ekoi school fagalan ji aina mission lama tawraga paikalak pakanda Manipur gi guardian sing amadi student sing na ngasi di thajabala akanda enrollment gi masing si asuki mati kwangkhalak puduna ekoi enrollment tawge ming chan gi habada phangtaba mayam am jawre adu laibak thibadi COVID-19 gi pandemic laibaduna maram horakanda ekoi education department na paikhat ke khalamba tawge khanba thabak mayam am ngasi pandemic sina maram horakanda ekoi tawbungamde praja miyam gi punchi kannana bahonaba mayam sina maram horakanda ekoi pandemic leibasina maram oirakanda koi class ningthidana chathabangam mayam ama lei Manipur praja mayam da hangna haijeningi bidi ngasi sarkar gi school da oja oiriba mayam sing ase loinamak masagi qualify oiraba aduga training ningthina tarba well trained oiraba adugumba oja ngaktani phaba pot oiraga su season nadragadi mangna tadana leire haiba adugumaina aikoi gi government gi school da oja oiriba bet bt loinamak training matik chana tawraba qualify leiraba oiraba oja sing mayam sing ase chatra leitabaduna season nadabaduna moigi mathaudu mange aduna sarkar gi oja sing si makoi da leiriba knowledge sing so phajana share to honnabagi damakta aikoi maruina private school da interest loru mayam sing ado government school da amona hanjan biro.
Joint Director of State Government Department of Personnel and Administrative Reform L. Bikram has issued an order bringing changes in the transfer and posting of 37 Manipur Police IPS and MPS officers. As per the order dated June 18, 2021, issued in the name of Manipur Governor, former Thobal SP Dr. S. Ibethoi will now serve as Imphal West District SP, former 3rd IRB Commanding Officer and Rojit as Imphal East SP, former Imphal West SP K. Megachandra as NAB SP, former Imphal East SP Jogesh Chandra Haubizam as Thobal SP, former 7 MR Commanding Officer as Hobson as Bisnupur SP, and former Ukrul SP K. Ajit Kumar as Traffic SP. Court has sent non-Manipuri who has been accused of abusing a minor girl overnight inside a Bolero vehicle at an undisclosed location in Imphal West District to judicial custody. 25-year-old Rupesh Kumar Singh, son of late Chandra Mohan from Gitoni, Southwest Delhi, who is currently residing at a rental place in Imphal West, allegedly abused a girl on June 10. Family members of the girl child filed complaint at the police after she failed to return home. The girl child was found inside a Bolero vehicle with a placard of MSP Shield bearing registration number NLOH 5364 on June 11. Manipur police managed to nab accused Rupesh upon tracing the owner of the vehicle. Ibethoi Kunai Kanba Bulletin demanded befitted punishment to the culprit who abused an 11-year-old girl overnight inside a vehicle on June 10. Court has sent the arrested admin of a sexually explicit WhatsApp group with 3 fireball symbols to judicial custody. The culprit is 27-year-old Kantri Mangkung, son of late Jonathan from Sorvung village of Ukrul district. It may be mentioned that team of Imphal West District Commander arrested Kantri on June 14. Federation of Haumi has reportedly written to Union Minister for Environment, Forest and Climate Change demanding proper demarcation of state reserve forest areas, especially along the Kobru Reserve Forest Area, Tangzing Hill Range, and to evict trespassers from the reserve forest areas. Thobal Forest Division DFO TH Lokendra released 1 slow lorries into Gwarok Reserve Forest last night. The slow lorries was found entering the residence of one Thokchom Sandeep at Yaripo Kekru on June 7. Upon being informed, Joint Coordination Committee on Wildfire and Badab City Manipur rescued the slow lorries and contacted DFO Thobal. Officials of District Veterinary Thobal have been treating the wild animal at JCCWB Rescue Center for the past 11 days. JCCWB convener Yaripo BO staff honorary wildlife warden W. Ramchandra and JCCWB volunteers were present during the release of the animal. Founder of Plant for Planet, Teresa Thokchom, has appealed for mass afforestation to save the environment. Speaking on the sidelines of tree plantation drive in the surrounding areas of Chairao in Imphal West District on the occasion of the second Foundation Day of Plant for Planet today, Teresa Thokchom stressed on the need to adopt sustainable development and encourage people to plant more trees for a better tomorrow.
tree plantation se chayau ching da pangthok sabani around fruit plants chama muk thajagadabagi plant tawzari duga akoina maroina ngasi tree plantation je pangthok charibagi maram chawa maram hargadi akoina ngasi mayok nariba climate change si angorsu solve taw nabo hotna zabagi aim tawzabani koigi manipur di mahosana chathok puthokpa yam handana puthokpa lama mosu oibanina ayamba 80% of the farmers ni monocropping khatang tawar leibanina koigi sa thokse adugi matik nemna putho leiba sige nemna putho ngai timing sam climate change samayok naraga hana puthok chariba koigi agriculture and horticultural crops ki production je amukai hena nemna bagi machak amu eriba sigumba problem se kitang ngorsu solve taw bagi dama plan for planet ngasi tree plantation gi initiative se lawzabani.
Ibethoi Heritage Council Herikon has condoled the sudden demise of leader of Lying Thau Sanamahi Thogal Kanglop Oina Menjur Kuman. Moray Police and Moray Bajar COVID-19 Task Force under the supervision of Additional SP Moray M. Amit conducted drive at Moray town around 5 this morning. The team arrested 21 foreigners from Myanmar and allowed them to return to their country after counseling. The team also checked if the shops are opened on serial wise and want to take actions if the shopkeepers violate the shop opening procedure order issued by district administration. Kanfen PD Minister Ibethoi extends greetings to people of the state on the occasion of International Yoga Day, which falls on June 21st. In his message, the minister said that this year's theme is Yoga for Well-being. He appealed to practice yoga and adopt a balanced lifestyle. Before we end, let's take a look at the headlines once again. Congress party accuses BJP government of playing dirty politics and bringing plight to common man by hiking prices of goods. BJP national spokesperson come Manipur party in charge Thokchom in Imphal City. Speculations high on eligible candidate for BJP state president post. National Health Mission State Health Society Manipur aims to inoculate at least 20 lakh people against coronavirus by December this year. Advisor to Chief Minister, Health MLA Dr. S. Ranjan inspects site for construction of COVID-dedicated hospital in Thokchom district. Manipur reports 592 new confirmed cases of COVID-19 out of 5,873 samples in last 24 hours. 6 new deaths pushed toll to 1,039. India logged 60,753 new cases and above 96,000 recoveries in last 24 hours. Recovery rate touches 96.16%. Legendary track and field sprinter, the Flying Sikh Padma Shri awarded Milkha Singh succumbed to COVID-19 at 91. Minister Sorok Haibamrad interim school Pagadansi mission phase 1 a grand success, says phase 2 will be rolled out in near future. That's all we have in this bulletin. Thank you for being with us. Coming up next is Primetime Manipuri Bulletin. For more news, you can also follow Impact TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and YouTube. Have a great evening and stay safe.
Lana Thauram, Taibang Punsi.